You're not gonna like what I'm finna say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So if this landed on your For You page, it's for you, because look, this video don't even have a title, so go on and listen. You're gonna have to forgive them people. All of them. Each and every one of them. Why? Because see, when you go to heaven, God not gonna ask you about them people that he already knew was gonna come in your life and do that stuff. He's gonna wanna know how you responded to it. Yeah, and I know you ain't trying to hear that, but you don't know what they did to me. Yeah, but God do. And he looks at your heart, okay? So he's going to be able to tell whether you really forgave them people. Are you hoping and waiting and praying that something bad to happen to them? You ain't forgave them. Because look, I tell you what, you let somebody come in your life and quote unquote treat you bad, do something to you, and then you spend the rest of your life taking it out on everybody else because somebody did something to you. Now make it make sense. Let's just say they did something horrible to you. Do they deserve your future? No. You're going to have to forgive them so you can be free, my baby. Because let's talk about what happens if you don't forgive. Now, if you don't forgive, that opens up the door for the enemy to come in and affect you even more than he already has. How sway? Well, see, when the enemy just comes along your path and does something bad to you, sometimes they don't have permission to do so, right? Granted. But if you meet them with hatred, if you meet them with rage, if you meet them with anger, these are all low vibrational, emotions. These are all door openers for the enemy to come in, because that gives them validation to attack you even further. Well, see, she did this, he did this, so we are allowed to do this, Forgive them. Why? Because if not, he that angers you, he that puts you in a little ball every time they walk around, anytime somebody mention their name, you curl up in a ball. That mean they controlling you, baby. The Bible says, when you pray to God, you ask him to forgive you while you forgive those that trespass against you. How you gonna expect God to forgive you if you're not willing to forgive those other people? Don't you think God's feelings is hurt when he did all this stuff for you? He died on the cross for you. He made all these kind of sacrifices, loyal to you, and we still out here doing this stuff to him? That's a slap in his face. But, you still want him to be a forgiving and loving God. Okay, so we must be able to do it to others. The longer you don't forgive, the longer these people gonna control you, man. That's just the bottom line. I know a girl from back home, she said, some things happened to her, and she probably telling the truth, but that led her down a road of unforgiveness, and that unforgiveness ultimately costed her sanity. Let's not lose our sanity behind people that came and did you wrong. That's they shit, not yours. You not no ugly person. You wouldn't have never done that. So you let God handle them. And you keep being who you are, because sometimes God be testing you before he bless you. Do you want your blessing, or do you want to be held captive by the enemy? You better free yourself and forgive them people so God can bless you. God may need you to forgive them just to show the next person that is possible to forgive. He might turn around and bless you tremendously beyond your wildest imaginations just because you were obedient and you forgave those. He probably gave you your ticket back into heaven for all the stuff that you did wrong just because you forgave the people that did you wrong. Remember, the Lord's Prayer ain't but so long. And in there it says, forgive us as we forgive those. He made sure he put it in there. And it was in all red. He said, when you pray, you do so in this manner. Go in the book of Matthew if you think I'm capping. So I don't think, God is very intentional. And he put that forgiveness in there for a reason. If I can forgive and go on, ain't no reason why you can't. Because, baby, look at him. I done been through some things, you hear me? And I guarantee you, if I seen any one of these people on the streets, I would help them. Because I know from which cometh my help. I can only imagine how it would feel for me to try to tear somebody down and then they turn around and bless me and help me. I would feel so small. You know what I'm saying? And that only comes from pure 100% forgiveness. Because people can tell whether you're trying to put on or not. I don't worry about it. I ain't care. I don't care. Yes, you do. You do. We can see it on you. It's on you. Would you feed him? Would you give him some money? Would you give him a ride? Would you let him slide even though you know you could have much more of an uproar? It's up to you how you respond. So there is so much power in forgiving people. It ain't about what they did to you. It's about, are you going to let the Lord use you? Or are you going to fall victim to this world? The world going to always be the world. You just here for a short time experiencing it. Taking some tests. All right. Forget those people. I love you. You're going to be all right. If I'm all right, you'll be all right. Take care.